I make it no secret, I hate seeing drivers get walked on. I call out any imperfection in the system that I see, and I try to provide honest information to drivers. In my opinion, the app that takes the most shots at drivers is DoorDash. Their low pay, lack of transparency, and clever wording leave a lot to be desired. So, why do I still take orders on the platform? The answer is the same reason you should be taking orders on there as well. What's going on, everybody? I'm Zach Drives Fast for the RideShare Guy, and in this video, we're going to talk about predatory tactics and how I stay ahead. Before we get too far into the video, I want to solve one of the most common problems that drivers face: inconsistent earnings. In the description, you'll find a link to sign up for Solo, and if you click that link and sign up for the app, not only will they give you the best times to drive in your market, but they'll also give you an estimate on how much you should earn. If you fall short of that estimate, they will cut you a check for the difference. Click the link in the description, check out Solo, get more predictable earnings, and you'd be helping support the RideShare Guy in the process. DoorDash. They were my first delivery app. I started doing it right at the beginning of the lockdowns. Naturally, as a new driver at the time, I didn't know what to look out for, and as a result, I would rarely get a good deal. My issue is, we have to figure out for ourselves what a good deal is. DoorDash will never offer up that information. Hell, I've gotten orders for $3 going 12 miles, and nothing on the offer screen indicated that I would lose money if I took the order. And of course, declining offers like that, no matter how bad they are, result in your acceptance rate dropping. My first question for you is, should drivers be penalized for declining orders that we would take a loss on? Let me know in the comments. Now, of course, I'm of the opinion that drivers should never get hit for their acceptance rate. And in fact, DoorDash has a couple of order types that you can decline all day long and your acceptance rate won't drop at all. If you've watched my videos for a while, you'll know that I have never encouraged playing the acceptance rate game. So why are we talking about it? The acceptance rate bullshit is one of my biggest problems with DoorDash. Rather than pricing orders right to begin with, they penalize drivers for not taking them and then restrict our ability to drive. That's a problem they created. Why should we pay the price for it? I've said it in previous videos and I'll say it again. I don't care if 90% of the Grubhub and Uber Eats offers in your market aren't worth taking. They actually do it right and you don't have to schedule to go online. Why is it that drivers allow DoorDash to be the only one that gets away with this? Help me understand that. I realize that the barrier of entry is low, that they have the market share and they are the most aggressive with their marketing. But why do drivers act like they are the only game in town? I make it no secret that I am not a fan of this app, and I try to help drivers avoid the curveballs that are thrown at us all the time. So let's talk about why I still drive for them. I'd like to start this part of the video with an analogy. Chances are you own a car, and part of owning a car is putting gas in it. I can't stand doing that either, but if I want to use the car, I have to put gas in it. What about insurance? Sure, you are legally required to have it, but there isn't some magical force preventing you from turning the key in your ignition if you don't. If you decide that you don't want to pay for insurance, you're taking a huge risk every time you get behind the wheel. And sure, the vast majority of times, nothing will go wrong, but you're still taking that risk. And when something does go sideways, you could potentially cost yourself tens of thousands of dollars. I don't rely on my insurance to make me a good driver, but rather it's there for when somebody else isn't a good driver. Just like DoorDash is there for me when Uber Eats or Spark aren't popping off. I will never encourage anybody to put all of their eggs in one basket. However, it's also just as detrimental to not put any eggs in one specific basket. I'm damn sure not about to accept bad orders and raise my acceptance rate for the privilege of taking more bad orders whenever I want. That isn't going to happen. Instead, when I'm driving, I turn on all of my other apps and I wait for the DoorDash map to turn red. The app that wants to treat me like a fake employee is my last priority, because they pay me the least. However, when the map turns red and there's availability, I'll take it. It's like a discount supermarket. 90% of the time, you're probably going to get the best deal there, but that 10% of the time, Whole Foods might have the best price. So why ignore anything? Here are some offers DoorDash has sent me over the past few years that I want to highlight. They're pretty bad, right? While I have never felt the need to raise my acceptance rate for higher paying orders that don't actually exist in my market, from time to time, I do get a unicorn like these. So Again, I just wait for the map to turn red. You see what I'm getting at? I play the game my way, and every so often, DoorDash does send me an order that's worth my time. I think we all have that one app that we all claim sends us nothing but garbage, but how true is that claim really? If there was truly an app that sent literally nothing but garbage, they wouldn't have any drivers. And we run the apps because we know there's at least the possibility of getting something reasonable. While DoorDash is the primary focus of this video, I want to briefly shift my attention to Instacart. This is another app that I just can't stand. The average Instacart order in my market is a double, generally paying less than $15. So, essentially, I have to accept the order, drive to the freaking store, shop for 2 people's orders, deliver them, and in most cases run them upstairs, frequently for no tip. I'm really not joking when I say I can't stand Instacart. In fact, probably more than DoorDash. Here's the thing though. Apps like Instacart and Spark offer stability that food delivery apps like DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub just don't offer. Here's why. It doesn't matter if they just paid their rent or there's a major holiday coming up. People still have to eat. It doesn't matter what their expenses are. If they don't eat, they don't live. As we all know, summer and January are some of the slowest times that drivers face, but guess what? People still need groceries. Sure, 98% of the time, the Instacart offers I see are garbage. But that 2% of the time, they send something reasonable, and I'll take it. I'm of the opinion that drivers need to be less concerned about where their money is coming from and more concerned about how much they're getting. Some of the most successful drivers I know could have a day that looks like pharmacy delivery in the morning, shop and pays mid-afternoon, and food delivery at night. They just don't care where the money comes from, as long as they're getting paid. Do I have a bad taste in my mouth when it comes to DoorDash? Yeah, I do. However, I've been doing this long enough and I've learned enough to not get walked on and turn a profit in the process. Just like you can. We can exist in a predatory system without becoming the prey. Well guys, that is going to about wrap up the video. If you haven't done so yet, please do consider pressing the like button and subscribing to the RideShare Guy. You can catch my videos here every Tuesday. If you enjoyed this video, check out this video next where I talk about how both new and experienced drivers alike act like an employee while using these apps. And remember, one of the easiest ways to make sure you always stay profitable is to use the Solo app. The link's in the description. I'm Zach Drives Fast for the RideShare Guy. Take care.